Picture the scene. You slide into a booth at a diner right on the Las Vegas Strip. Outside, the neon lights are blazing. Inside, the vibe is electric. Then you open the menu. Just a burger? $26. A tiny side salad? $18. That cocktail you wanted? $22. Then your eyes drift to the fine print. Automatic 20% gratuity. Kitchen appreciation fee. In a heartbeat, your $60 dinner has ballooned to $95. You didn't even order dessert. You haven't even left a tip yet. Families are staring at their bills, shoving the receipts away in disbelief. Tourists are whispering to each other, never again. And the locals? They aren't even coming here anymore. Welcome to 2025, where dining in Vegas isn't an indulgence. It's an endurance test. Today, we're breaking down 9 reasons why Sin City has become unaffordable, and why reason number 2 might just be the final nail in the coffin. Let's start with number 9, menu sticker shock. Vegas used to be the land of the deal. All you can eat, buffets, prime rib for $9.99, shrimp cocktails for a single buck. That was the hook. You came for the gambling, but you stayed for the feasts that felt like a steal. But in 2025, that dream is dead. Crack open a menu on the Strip now, and the prices hit you harder than a hangover. A burger and fries? $26. A Caesar salad? It costs a ransom. A single drink? $22 before you even pay tax. At the celebrity chef spots, entrees are climbing past $70, even for rustic dishes that used to be cheap eats. The stats confirm the madness. The Bureau of Labor Statistics reports that Vegas restaurant prices have surged 35% since 2019, beating the national inflation average by nearly 10%. And it's not just the luxury spots, it's everywhere. Your average sit-down joint now wants $16 to $20 for a basic sandwich. Chains are slapping Strip premiums on everything. Even the basement food courts are pushing value meals that start at $15. Tourists, I know Vegas is pricey, but this is extortion. A family of 4 can torch $200 on a casual lunch. Do that for 3 days, and your food budget costs more than your plane tickets. The internet is absolutely roasting them. TripAdvisor forums are full of horror stories. Yelp reviews are practically warning sirens. TikTok is flooded with viral receipts showing $100 for 2 burgers and no drinks. It's pandemonium. It's not just that it's expensive, it feels like a betrayal. The city that was built on affordable fun has completely priced out the people who made it famous. But the menu prices are just the jab. The uppercut comes when the check actually lands. Number 8, the hidden surcharge epidemic. The price on the menu? That's just the starting bid. In Vegas 2025, the real damage happens at the end. You finish eating 2 mains, an appetizer, maybe a beer. You do the mental math, 80, maybe $90. Then the server drops the check. You squint at the total. Automatic gratuity, 20%, even for a table of 2. Kitchen appreciation fee, 4%. Wellness surcharge, 2%. Live entertainment fee, $3.99. Suddenly that $80 meal is $120 and you didn't agree to a cent of it. The restaurants claim these fees keep the lights on and pay the staff. But to the customer sitting there, it feels like a scam, especially when the burger was already $30. One diner vented online, "I'm getting nickel and dimed while I'm chewing my food." They don't just charge for the steak. They charge you for the privilege of sitting in the chair. It's not just the fancy places either. Coffee shops and roadside diners are tacking on these junk fees. Even fast casual spots are adding service recovery fees on top of tax. A 2025 survey shows that nearly 42% of Vegas visitors felt blindsided by these hidden costs. For many, that's the breaking point. People can handle expensive if you look them in the eye. They can't handle being tricked. This psychological warfare leaves guests leaving the table not just broke, but furious. They tell their friends, they blast the restaurant online, they vow never to return. That damage compounds, hurting not just the business, but the reputation of the entire city. And while the fees are sneaky, the food itself reveals an even sadder truth. Smaller, thinner, cheaper, but costing more. Number 7, the shrinkflation on the Strip. Vegas was always about more. Bigger shows, bigger wins, bigger portions. But in 2025, the plates look depressing. Order a burger and the bun swallows the meat. Order pasta at a famous spot and the bowl comes out half empty. Even the legendary buffets are slicing the meat thinner. It's classic shrinkflation. Pay the same or more, get less. The data is damning. Industry reports for 2025 show average portion sizes in Vegas are down 18% since 2019. While prices have skyrocketed 40%. You are literally paying more to starve. Tourists are documenting the crime scenes. Before and after photos on Reddit show shrimp cocktails that look like appetizers and steaks that look like samples. Cocktails are served in smaller glasses, packed solid with ice. It's not just about the money. It's about the vibe. Vegas was the capital of excess. Pile the plate high. Endless crab legs. Now, it feels like rationing. One blogger put it perfectly. Vegas used to feel generous. Now it feels stingy. This shrinkflation kills the city's soul. When you pay $100 and leave hungry, you don't just hate the restaurant. You question the whole trip. When that disappointment goes viral, it shifts the city's brand from excess to empty. But shrinking portions are just one slice of the pie. In 2025, the hated hotel resort fee logic has infected the dining. Sit down for dinner this year and you'll see line items that defy logic. Venue fee, resort dining surcharge, entertainment contribution. It's the same scam as the hotels, a flat tax that inflates the bill without adding a single ounce of value. At one steakhouse, diners found a 5% resort charge on every single check. At another, a $7 live music fee when the stage was empty. The excuse? Maintaining the atmosphere or subsidizing hotel amenities. To the customer, it's a tax on sitting down, and it accumulates terrifyingly fast. A couple grabbing 2 steaks and a bottle of wine could see their bill jump $50 before they even calculate the tip. Patrons are beginning to liken the experience to flying on a budget carrier. One critic put it bluntly, claiming Vegas dining is becoming Spirit Airlines just with fancy napkins. They seem to charge for everything but the air you breathe. And this practice is not limited to high-end resorts anymore. Mid-range cafes, casual strip mall joints, and even poolside grills are testing out these new venue fees. It is no longer about the food on your plate, it is about the real estate you occupy. This psychology is toxic because the second a diner feels fleeced, the trust evaporates. They stop splashing out. They start counting pennies. And that is the exact opposite of the fantasy Las Vegas used to sell. Yet, even as these surcharges multiply, another pillar of Sin City tradition is crumbling. The very thing that defined eating in this town for generations. Number 5, the buffet is extinct. For decades, the all-you-can-eat spread was the beating heart of Las Vegas food culture. Mountains of crab legs, endless shrimp cocktails, prime rib stations that never seemed to shut down. You did not go for Michelin stars. You went for volume. And for years, it was a steal. $19.99 for a feast fit for a king. But in 2025, the Vegas buffet is on life support. The few survivors have morphed into exclusive, high-ticket experiences. Caesar's Bacchanal Buffet now commands $79 a head on weekdays and over $100 on weekends. The buffet at Wynn charges up to $120 during peak times. For a family of 4, that is nearly $500 for a single meal. And while the price skyrockets, the quality dwindles. Dishes rotate less frequently, premium ingredients are rationed. Queues stretch on forever, leaving guests aggravated before they even see a carving knife. Buffets were once the great equalizer here. Everyone from the penny slot gamer to the whale could eat like royalty. Today, it feels like just another luxury velvet rope for the wealthy. The industry numbers back up the collapse. According to the Nevada Restaurant Association, the count of active buffets in Las Vegas has plummeted by more than 60% since 2017. Many shut their doors during the pandemic and simply never unlocked them again. For the tourist, this feels like a betrayal. The buffet was not just calories, it was part of the Vegas DNA. Without it, the city feels less welcoming, less open, less Vegas. So, where do the visitors go? Many flock to quick service joints hoping to save $1. But in 2025, even fast food in Las Vegas carries a luxury tax. Number 4, fast food is no longer cheap. Once upon a time, the drive-thru was the safety net. Can't afford the steakhouse? Grab a burger. Skip the buffet? Hit McDonald's or Taco Bell. It wasn't glamorous, but it was economical. And in this town, it was ubiquitous. Not anymore. In 2025, even a burger comes with strip-level pricing. A Big Mac combo at McDonald's clocks in at $16.89. A large pizza from a chain spot, $28. A Starbucks venti latte, $9. These aren't exaggerations. They are the hard reality of trying to eat on a budget in Nevada's most expensive zip code. Why the hike? Because rent on the Strip is some of the highest in the country. Labor. Costs have spiked, and corporations know tourists will pay up because they are captive inside the resort ecosystem. Locals have taken note too. One resident told a Las Vegas Review-Journal survey that fast food was supposed to be a relief. Now it feels like fine dining prices without the service. And it is not. Just on the Strip. Even locations off the main drag in tourist-heavy zones are mirroring the trend. A simple burrito or sandwich easily breaks the $15 mark. The illusion of budget eats has vanished. What used to be a financial life raft for travelers has become another source of sticker shock. Families who used to extend their Vegas vacation by relying on burgers now face the same problem as those in sit-down eateries. Pay inflated prices or starve. And when even McDonald's feels out of reach, the pain ripples far beyond the visitors because locals who once depended on affordable meals are being squeezed the hardest of all. Number 3, the blow to the locals. Tourists can go home. They can vent, cut trips short, or pick a different destination. But locals, they live with these price tags every single day. In 2025, the cost of dining out has become one of the heaviest burdens on working families across Clark County. Lunch specials that once cost $9.99 now hover around $18 or $20. A family dinner at a casual chain like Chili's, Olive Garden, or Applebee's often clears $100 even, without drinks. And the grocery store isn't offering any sanctuary. With home food prices up nearly 21% since 2020, eating out is no longer a reward. It is a math problem. For a construction worker making $24 an hour, one lunch on the Strip could burn half his daily wage. For a hotel housekeeper supporting a family of 4, a Friday night pizza has become a splurge. And the mindset is shifting. Locals who once loved the Vegas dining scene are retreating. They are cooking at home, skipping restaurants entirely, or driving to neighboring towns for a cheaper bite. It is not just individuals feeling the pinch. Small businesses are hurting too. Neighborhood joints off the Strip, once kept alive by loyal regulars, now struggle as their own overheads skyrocket. Ingredients cost more, insurance and utilities are up. To stay afloat, they hike menu prices, which drives even more customers away. It is a vicious cycle that punishes everyone. And it is reshaping the city because when residents can't afford to eat in their own hometown, Vegas stops being a community and starts being a machine solely for profit. But the cruelest irony is that dining was once the shared indulgence. Now, it is the line in the sand separating who belongs and who doesn't. And when the locals give up, you know something fundamental is broken, which brings us to the top of the list. Because this isn't just about dollars or fees or portion sizes, it is about the death of a dream. Number 2, the broken promise of affordable indulgence. Vegas was never built on restraint. It was built on excess. All-you-can-eat buffets that groaned under the weight of food. Steak and eggs at 2 a.m. for $4.99. Cocktail waitresses dropping off comped drinks as long as you sat at the blackjack table. The city made a simple pact. Come here and live larger than you ever could back home. Food wasn't just fuel. It was theater. It was plenty. It was the ultimate symbol of the good life. But in 2025, that pact feels shattered. What was once a $20 prime rib is now $65. What was once a $10 breakfast is now $28 with a coffee. And what was once a free drink is now a $20 cocktail, plus tax, plus fees, plus tip. The narrative has flipped. Vegas no longer says, come here, you will live like a king. Now it says, come here and empty your pockets. And the damage goes deeper than cash because when tourists feel nickel and dimed at every corner, they stop believing. It's the very soul of the city that's shifting. We've gone from a vibe of, we're glad you're here, to, we want your money. And that is a hard bell to unring. Just look at the reviews. People are calling Vegas a total ripoff. It's not about the spectacle. The shows are still world class. The neon is still blinding. It's that grabbing a simple bite or a drink feels like a robbery. And that is the lethal threat. Vegas isn't just battling Atlantic City anymore. It's fighting for your vacation days against Orlando, Phoenix, and San Diego. If dining here feels more painful than a dinner back home, travelers will just stay put. The betrayal isn't about the price of a single burger or buffet ticket. It's about shattering the fantasy that for one weekend, you are living the high life. Kill that dream and the city loses its narrative, not just its revenue. Without a compelling story, even the brightest lights fade. This brings us to the #1 reason eating in Vegas feels hopeless in 2025. It's bigger than the inflation or the junk fees. It's a massive behavioral shift. #1, the crowds are checking out. The Bellagio fountains still dance, the strip still glows, but the promise of luxury is ringing hollow. Fewer people are taking the bait. Why? Because in 2025, tourists are voting with their feet regarding Vegas dining. They aren't just tightening belts, they are completely rewriting their itineraries, opting for meals off the strip, driving out to Henderson or Summerlin, or skipping food altogether. Expedia's 2025 data shows 54% of travelers slashed their food budget. Not because they were broke, but because the prices felt offensive. The fallout is undeniable. Fighting for a reservation at a prime strip venue is a thing of the past. Buffet lines are empty, and casual dining, usually the easy moneymaker, is crashing for the first time in 10 years. The Vegas brand has mutated. It's no longer the playground where luxury is accessible. It's the place where having fun feels out of touch with reality. When a simple meal, one of travel's best perks, becomes a source of stress, the whole trip is ruined. That is the real risk. It's not about high checks, it's about zero loyalty. A guest who leaves feeling cheated is a guest who never comes back. Once the regulars stop booking flights, Vegas loses its heartbeat, not just its cash. Without the fantasy of eating like a king and living without limits, Las Vegas becomes just another overpriced tourist trap. That isn't the foundation this town was built on. So what's your take? Is the city just reacting to the economy, or are they strangling their own market? Would you drop $100 on a buffet or $20 for a fast food combo and call that a good time? Let me know in the comments. And if you want the gritty truth behind the glitz of America's biggest cities, smash that subscribe button because the Vegas saga is just getting started.